Welcome back. I am ready to dive into Zhao Luci's documentary Be Myself. Episode 3 was wonderful. I kind of feel like it was probably my favorite episode of the three so far. And that is because I feel like through this episode, we really got to see a little bit more and a little bit of the real, I think, personality of Zhao Lusi as we went along. Um, the episode starts out with this beautiful recording where she takes the audio recording uh, mic and goes around the place that she's at and records things like running water, falling rocks, footsteps, a grandma's footsteps. Then she's kicking rocks off of a pathway, and one of the things she says that if she could record sounds, she'd be doing it forever because she feels like all sounds are really special. And I felt like that was super super interesting that she would say something like that. I felt like she actually truly enjoyed listening to these sounds and being in the moment, and that wherever you go or wherever you are, sounds can be different. Um, And, in this episode, she's walking around with this little boy, I think I don't know how to exactly pronounce it, but Jashi, and she says, he mentions that maybe it's because he lives there that he doesn't think there's anything special about the sounds that she's, listening to and recording, and, Lucy replies that there are birds at her house that fly near one of her windows but never near the other window, and that they fly towards her window every single day at like 6 p.m. together. Um, and I just feel like that whole entire interaction was super interesting because you feel like you get to know a deeper level, know her on a deeper level. That she's a super observant person. That she's kind of in tune with things around her. That she would notice not only that these birds fly in front of one window but not the other, but that they do it at a very specific time each day. So I feel like Zalusi is one of those people, and this could all tie back into her having some mental stresses and holding everything in and not letting it out, which leads to even more stress, right? But I feel like she's the type of person that's not only super observant, but kind of in tune with things around her, sounds, people, and all of this kind of leads into me also believing that she might be kind of what we would call an empath, that she soaks up not only all the things going on around her, but she might even soak up other people's emotions or um, and things like that. That she soaks those things up. So if people are really upset, really angry, that she kind of brings that upon herself. I know that I actually am an empath. That if there's a lot of negative energy or super loudness, that it can be really really overwhelming for me because I tend to feel things um, in a really deeper levels than other people. I don't brush things off very easily. So, yeah, she's going around doing all these sounds, and I just love the interactions here. At one point, she says she has 6 dogs, and that several of those dogs were abandoned by other people. And that kind of also is like another stamp of approval on my thought process that she's an empath, that she sees. I mean, what person has 6 dogs with her schedule that she just can't see people abandoning animals? So she's really in tune with animals, people, and emotions. Um, and she just keeps adopting dogs, right? So um, I feel like that is just another layer of her and makes me like her even more. So as she's out capturing these sounds, she has the little boy, Joshi, capture the sound of the Chinese flag flapping in the wind, and you can see that she gets visibly affected emotionally, and she tears up a bit while she's capturing that. And later on, the crew asked her, what she was thinking or why she teared up while she was filming that particular thing. And she said when she saw him standing there, that it kind of dawned on her that both of them were just, children or people that are under their 5-star red flag. Basically saying that everyone kind of is the same, that they're just, you know, in this life together, standing under one spot. And that was really, really kind of a poignant spot of the episode for me. Um, Later on, you see her still doing a lot more recording, but she's sitting down, having a snack next to this beautiful little water area with rocks and stuff behind her. And she's talking to Joshi again. And she mentions that she feels like this child is like a person that has a soul that's similar to her own. And she was surprised and wished she had even met him a little bit earlier in her stay there because, she felt this connection like he was kind of a little version of herself. And I just thought that that was super, super beautiful that she sees his soul was similar to her soul. Um, that again kind of verifies to me that she's one of those people that's super connected with everything that's going on around her, and with people that have a lot of empathy, that soak up emotions around them, that see a lot, observe a lot, and take in a lot into their own, heart and soul. Um, you can get very emotionally tired and not realize it. And so I think that you can see that that's kind of that she's this beautiful soul that does that, and she just hadn't been allowing herself to recharge, and that's what kind of led to all of her medical problems and stuff. So I just really am happy that she got this like time to do these things that she loves and to slow down and to see and to connect with other little souls that were similar to her own to help revive her own spirit, I guess. Later on, we see them like chasing geese, and um, hears a dog that doesn't sound friendly, but it turns out to be this little adorable dog that, of course, she kind of adopts around her again. And you can see that she loves people and animals. Um, and it was just a really, really enjoyable watch to kind of step back. And it's like she didn't really have a plan, and they weren't really didn't have anything like on a schedule of what they were going to do. And she just picked up an audio recording device and was like going out on her own. And it felt very organic and lovely to watch her interactions with people and animals and just actually just nature itself. Um, and later on, you see that she's decides she's going to do cook for the family that took her and the crew in. And she says that she can cook a lot of things and she actually loves to cook. And I found that was also another amazing thing. I don't know a lot about actors and actresses and their personal lives. I don't keep up with like gossip and stuff like that about I don't know who's married to who. I don't know who broke up with who. I really have no clue. But um, so seeing the thing about dogs and seeing that she loves to cook and stuff, it was really nice to see other layers of an actress that I really enjoy her dramas of. So yeah, she cooks for them and everybody loves it. And they're kind of surprised that she made such great meals and they all, are praising her and things like that. So that was really, really nice. And they got together afterwards and played games, guessing the sound game and other ones. And that was fun to watch as well. Um, and yeah, they have a night of kind of hanging out and chatting and eating and playing games, and then at the end of it all, the children bring her little on-screen brother Bohan um, little parting gifts, a hat and honey made by one family as farewell gifts with beautiful little sentiments along with it, and the little boy gets all choked up. And I'm not gonna lie, I had tears. Like I said, I actually am an empath. I can't watch someone else cry or get choked up without crying and getting choked up on my own. So when he was tearing up and all the other kids were tearing up as they were reading their letters to each other and stuff, yeah, I snotted everywhere. And but I thought it was gorgeous and beautiful and super, super heartfelt. So I loved episode 3. I really felt like it was more of a very, very organic, like non-planned type of episode. I mean, I'm sure it was planned and everything, but it felt very real and just beautiful to me. So um I hope you got to see number 3 episode number 3. Let me know if you did and what you thought about it. I am really looking forward to their next. I can't remember the name of the town, but I'll have it here in the video. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what the next episodes bring. And it seems like I read that the little boy is not going to be with her in the next episodes, but she might have another guest star or friend along with her. So I'm excited to see what the next episodes bring, and I'll leave it at that. And hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week and weekend. But thanks so much for joining me, listening to me ramble on, and I'll be back.